Yeah, I've started a new stream. There was some issue with OBS. Let me know if you guys can hear me and see me. I think it shouldn't be a huge problem, but yeah, I've added the YouTube chat as well in the screen. Yep, you're back, and this is what happens when you try to run Python scripts on OBS. But anyways, yeah, best way to burn a transfer is probably somewhere greenwood to an archer. I think that's the best way to burn a transfer. Lingard, Bailey, Andreas. I think Lingard over Bailey over Andreas. Yes, for sure. Which defender to buy this week with the -4? Already have James Trent, Cancelo, Cucurella, and Echo. If you had to buy a defender for a -4, Perisic with the highest ceiling is the best defender. Yes, let's get into this quick. There are about 24 minutes left. Don't want to really spend a lot of time over here, and based with the new stream and everything with OBS wrong. Perisic starting. Yes, there's apparent news that it is true that Perisic will be starting. But yes, whom to start, Neko or Andreas? I'd start Andreas over Neko. Let's just put that out as well. Where is this bench list? Yes. So Andreas over Neko. For me, yes. Simple reason, I think Andreas is a more attacking player. You're only relying on some output from a defender in terms of attacking points. I don't see the clean sheet there. Really replacements, no money in the bank, downgrade him. I don't think there's an adequate replacement at this price. Go Da Silva or go even cheaper if you can. Podence or Da Silva should start. I would start. I think I start Da Silva. He looks in form better if I had to. And Da Silva would be over Neko as well. Would it be over Andreas? I don't think so. I start Da Silva over Neko and Podence over Neko as well. Yeah, that's the order as of now. Whom to start, Neko or Andreas? I think I've mentioned it. Zaha or Madison? If I had to buy someone Madison this week, Zaha is a more long term pick. Madison becomes a 1 week punt. So that's something. If you want a long term pick, Zaha is the guy. Can I start Andreas for Kulusevski? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even consider it. Will Zinchenko start because Tierney is back? I think Zinchenko starts. That's not an issue to me. Had two free transfers. If I don't use one of them, will I have two free transfers next game week? No, you won't. So you probably want to burn one transfer so that you get two next week. A simple burn would be Greenwood to an Archer, or just shift your 4.5 forward if you have any. Bailey to Da Silva to burn the transfer. I would do it. Will Walker start? I think he starts. I expect him to start. Nandi has sent his team and he sent his wildcard team. Henderson, Zinchenko, James, Cucurella, Kulusevski, Martinelli, Salah, Diaz, Gross, Haaland, Jesus. Substituted Sanchez, Neko, Trippier, and Dervis. Dervis Ogolu. I'm not sure which team he is in. I'm not even looked at it as an option. The only change I would look into is Henderson downgrade. I don't think you need to keep a Sanchez enough in my opinion. And still, I think you should get someone from the City defense. I think there's more points from the City defense. Probably a Cancelo. Sancho replacement. Probably anyone around that mark. At 7.5, you can go Zaha. If you have funds, go Madison or a Kulusevski or a Foden. How nailed is Da Silva? He's nailed this week because we know that Damsgaard isn't starting. Next week onwards, I think whenever Damsgaard is fit and he's good to start, I think Damsgaard is the one who starts. Replacements for Bowen, I would get any of the 8 million attackers. Could be Diaz if you can, Foden, Kulusevski, either of them. Salah to Kevin De Bruyne, Trent to Reece James. Which one should I do? I think Trent to Reece James is a better option this week. Brentford defender good for next few game weeks. I have already have cancelled Trent Robertson, James Ederson. If I had to buy a Brentford defender, if you're going for more goal threat, I think Ben Mee is the better one. He's better on bonus as well. Rico Henry would be my second option if you want to save 0.1 million. A nailed 4.5 mid. I think Reed from Fulham is a 4.5 mid who's nailed on. I think Reed from Fulham. Diaz or Kulusevski. Kulusevski is maybe a transfer you will have to switch around in game week 5-6. If you want more explosive, higher ceiling, I think Kulusevski, but Diaz could be the more long term pick here. When would you shift from Haaland to Kane? I don't think anytime soon. Probably when the fixture congestion increases a lot. That is when I'm looking at shifting, but not anytime soon. Hickey or Henry, I don't think I'd go there. I'd go Henry. I think he's more he looks slightly more dangerous, and he's got some more potential in terms of assists. Guys, any one with no Martinelli is a priority move. Yes, it could be a priority move, especially with Saka. Uh, But should I take a -4 for it? No. If you have Saka and you are taking a -4 for Martinelli, I wouldn't do it. Hold Saka, because this kind of a game where the team will be deep lying is probably where you need Saka more, because I think the maximum threat is through set pieces where Saka is good. Yes, Martinelli is sharing them, but I think majority is still being taken by Saka. Start Emerson or White? I think Emerson. Take the chance on the upside. Where would you out Jensen on the list? If I had Jensen, uh, I would probably keep him over Da Silva, and I'd probably keep him over Andreas as well. Yeah, Jensen would be somewhere over here on the list if I had him. So for the people who have Jensen, here is where I would put him on the list. Foden or Grealish? I think Foden. Trippier replacement. Go for any 5 million player. Ake and Cucurella being the top two. I don't think Walker is any more top after this new signing. Also after Pep directly including him in the squad, that is a red flag to me. Gallagher a good option. I think only till Kante is out, but he's not a great option. I don't think he'll get you points. He'll probably be playing in a more shielding role than an attacking role like he did in Crystal. So he's not an option to me. Can we go Robertson over Trent on wildcard? If you want to save, yes, but I think the sole fact that Trent is great on bonus point is what swings it for me for Trent. He's getting bonus even after without clean sheets in a game against Crystal. I mean, it's no comparison to Robertson. Yes, Robertson is very high up the pitch. But again, Trent is giving you points and Robertson isn't at the moment. Neko or Trippier for this week? If I had to play one Neko, I wouldn't play Trippier against City. Place Bailey in the sheet to play from bench, and yes, I could do that. If I had Bailey, I would play almost everyone over Bailey and not play Bailey. I would bench him. I'll just shift the list, and yes, that's where Bailey goes in for me. Who fills in for Kante? Gallagher. Foden, Kulusevski, or Gallagher? I think Kulusevski or Foden. I think it's very 50-50. If you can get a third City player in terms of defense, second defender from City, I would go Kulusevski. I think defense is still the value picking from City. Best combination: Gundogan and James, Cucurella and Kulusevski, Cucurella and Foden. I think Cucurella and Foden seems like a good combination, or Cucurella Kulusevski. It comes down to Foden versus Kulusevski. I think this week Kulusevski is a better option to go for. Kulusevski and 4 million defender or Perisic and Rodrigo. I think the problem with Perisic to me is personally that eventually you will have to sell Perisic. So if you're okay with it, that I think Perisic is the better option to go for right now. But come game week 6, you will have to sell him for two reasons. He has tough fixtures in 7 and 8. Plus the fact that there's a lot of fixture congestion going ahead in the season. And I don't see Perisic starting, like he will start alternate games, and that is not what you can afford from a 5.5 million defender. And hence you will eventually have to sell him sometime. If you're okay with that, I think Perisic is the better option. If you're not, probably go Kulusevski. Thoughts on Gundogan? I think he will keep ticking on. Is he worth the 7 million spot in the City third place? I don't think. You probably want a 5 million defender from City to fill in the third City spot. If you don't have an option, if you can't afford Foden, yes, he's a good alternative. I think he's a decent alternative. Bench Trippier for Neco Williams, I would definitely bench Trippier. I'll add him over here as well. Will I play Bailey over Trippier? Yes, I think I would. Because I think Trippier doesn't get any sort of points from this game week. Saka Bailey Neto replacement, 0 million in the bank. I think Bailey downgrade. You probably want to downgrade Bailey to a 4.5 and Neto to a gross. If not, you can do Saka to Martinelli, which gives you enough money to Neto to a Zaha. Reece James will play as right centre back or right wing back. I think right wing back this game week. Sanchez, Zinchenko, or Ramsdale, Walker. Sanchez, Zinchenko. -4 to bring in Gross for Bailey. If you have a bench, I wouldn't take a -4. Gordon in for Bailey. You can do that. I think Gross is the better option. You still can go Gordon. It's not a bad option, to be fair. He was in good position. It depends on how Everton adapt and play in the next few games. Sanchez or Ward? If I had to start someone, I still go Sanchez. I trust him more than the Leicester defense. Cucurella or Walker / Foden or Kulusevski. If I had to pick Cucurella, better long term, more attacking stats, numbers. Foden, Kulusevski again. Kulusevski short term pick. He is the more explosive one for the next 4 game weeks. Kulusevski for Saka for a -4. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, the timer does say 14 minutes. That I think is working fine. Madison or Son for captaincy. If I had to, Madison could be the more explosive one there. I think Sun with the Sun they have a slightly odd record against Wolves, and I think Madison versus Southampton will be a better game. Reed or Da Silva have Andreas. If I had to buy someone, Da Silva. Vardy or Madison 1 week punt on wildcard. I think Madison, it's easier to switch around later on. Saka and Bailey to Martinelli and Gross for free transfers. I would do it. I would 100% do it. Double up on Walker or Ake, considering I already have James and Cancelo. I think Ake. Don't go Cucurella, Walker, or Ake. I think Ake is still. If you want more continuous clean sheet points, go City. City will keep on taking clean sheets. Chelsea is still dicey. I can't be confident even in a game against Leeds that we'll keep a clean sheet. Gundogan or Kulusevski for long term. Kulusevski, I think. Ake versus Cucurella, I think again, if you want more attacking outlet, it's probably Cucurella because he'll get into positions of more attacking threat and also more bonus point. Although if you're someone who wants more clean sheets, as I said, he's nailed on clean sheets. I think Ake is the guy. He's not really going to get rotated anytime soon. Any Chelsea transfer for fun but I think those are the only two that will be happening in time soon. James for Robertson for a -4, have Cucurella and Trent. I wouldn't do it this week. Not this week, I think. Who are you captaining? That's a question which I need to figure out myself in the next 13 minutes. Andreas or Neko? I've already listed them in the list. I think Andreas is higher on the list, and that is how I would play them. I have two ideas. Shall I directly out Bailey for a Gross or Gomez and Rodrigo in for a Bailey and Walker for a -4? I think directly for a Gross. Is Captain Gross the worth it? No, he's not. I don't think he's worth captaincy yet. Andreas over Da Silva? Yes, I think yes. He plays in a more attacking role than Da Silva, and Da Silva's minutes will be managed. Is Rodrigo must have? No, I don't think he's not. He's a must have. Andreas is not injured. For everyone who's worried about Andreas as an injury, he is totally fit and fine. It was just a knock, and he's going to start this game week. Perisic plus Mitrovic or Neko Williams plus Havertz or Tony. I think Perisic plus Mitrovic. Jensen or Da Silva, as I said, Jensen. Play Neko or Rodrigo. Rodrigo, as you can see on the list. Perisic, no news. I think it's still the same news as we had. Do I have new news? Trying to figure out. Williams or Pereira? I think Pereira. Do we have new news? Benrahma or Fornals? I think Benrahma looked great last game week. So if he's nailed on, probably get Benrahma. So trying to figure out. There's no news for Perisic. I mean, apart from the previous news, there's no new news for Perisic. No news for Perisic as of now. Again, it stays the same. I think if I had to stick with the word, if I had to put it on the line, Perisic starts according to me. I mean, I would be happy if he doesn't, obviously, because I don't own him, and I'm fearful that I don't own him. But if I had to put money, I think Perisic starts this one. Hearing Martinez plays CDM, is Jesus the safest captain option? Could be a decent option. I'm not sure if he's the safest option. I think safest would still be Salah. Varun, Gundogan or Foden? If I had to go Foden. Emerson or Walker? Emerson could be dropped anytime. Walker would be better. He has the upside, yes. If you want to go for upside, fair enough. Emerson is fine. But if you want someone from game week 3 to on game week 10, I think Walker. Will Cash start? Yes, I think he starts. Neko or Neto? Bailey to Marsh. Marsh, I don't see it a very high goal. I don't see him scoring a lot of goals, but he is still better than Bailey at the moment. Nishad has sent in his team: Ramsdale, Trent, Cucurella, James, Cancelo, Salah, Gross, Martinelli, Neto, Haaland, Jesus. Sanchez on the bench, Neko Williams, Andreas Greenwood, 2.3 million in the bank. I don't really see pertinent changes in the team necessary. A Neto to a probable Kulusevski is a good option in my opinion. I would make that move. Neto to Gross or a Trent to Reece James. I think Neto to Gross. I am stuck with my captaincy. Yes, I have to choose it, and I think this sheet can be done. I think we've covered majority dilemmas in terms of team dilemmas, and here is my team. This is what it looks like. I have Trent, Walker, Ramsdale, Cancelo, James, Kulusevski, Rodrigo, Martinelli, Salah, Jesus, and Haaland. Now the thinking behind, I think Salah does score, but trying to figure out, does Haaland outscore Salah? Was he in good positions? He had only 8 touches, which is a worrying thing for me, and I don't think I want to risk it in terms of Haaland. I think Haaland scores and outscores Salah. My gut feeling does say so, and I'm pretty confident in terms of Haaland outscoring Salah. But do I want to take the chance in Game Week 3 is the question I'm asking myself. Should I replace Neto this week? If you can upgrade him to someone like a Gross or for a free, and I mean it for a free, to Zaha or someone, I would do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Kulusevski or Diaz again. Kulusevski short term. I think for the next 3-4 game weeks, Kulusevski. Well, says go gut feeling. Yeah, I think I should, but again, the only thinking behind is one effective ownership. Salah will be high on it, and I don't want to be getting burned by that because last time I got saved really close, and again the second thing is Haaland's 8 touches in the game. That's a problem. Thoughts on Gordon to Chelsea? We'll discuss this after the stream. I think Pereira starting confirmed. Yes, I think yes, Perez is starting. Apparently, according to the news we have till now, Perez should be starting. Tony or Diaz on a wild card? I think Diaz. I would go Diaz. Captain Salah, Kane, Cancelo, James. Which one? If I had to, probably Salah out of the four, or if you want to go differential, Kane. Pereira or Bailey? I think Pereira. And I'm trying to figure out. Do we have any more news on? And Perisic? I don't think we have. I think it. I think it could go wrong. It could go extremely wrong. But I think I'm going to captain Haaland. But I think I made this. I'm not very confident on this. I made this mistake last time where I didn't captain Salah against when he scored 5 against United. I had him, but I didn't captain him. I think I'm going to go with Haaland. I think he is the better option to captain this week. Unless I make a last minute change. I'm very nervous about this at the moment. Cash or Andreas, who would I start? Cash. I would start De Silva or Nico Williams. Da Silva. Ashish and send in his team. I think captain Salah, vice captain Haaland, bench Andreas Taylor, Neko. 1.4 million in the bank. Thoughts. If I had to change anything in that team, it's probably Neto. Upgrade if possible. I don't think there's an outlet to Neto upgrade directly without a downgrade to a Robertson. So maybe Robertson to a James is one move I would do this week if I had to, and the rest is fine. I would upgrade Neto next week. Keep calm and trust Salah. Yes, save your team, guys. Yes, make sure you save your team, guys. The last minute, there's going to be there usually sometimes the side hangs. You won't be able to make changes and saves changes to your team. Please reply very confused. 1 James Henry Gross, 2 James Ake Jensen, 3 Cucurella Henry Zaha. I think James Henry Gross is totally fine. Stick with it. I think it's a good combination of James and Gross, both attacking players. Gives you the most outlet and higher ceiling. I think Zaha is fine. He's better than Gross, obviously, but again, Zaha is 7 million. He plays City next, is what the problem is. Whom to bench? Neko, Andreas, Bailey. Bench Bailey. Shuffles and his team. Should I change something? Do I think there is any change needed? No, I don't think any change is required. Sell Bailey for a -4. I wouldn't. Bench him, I think. Good luck to your team and your Haaland captaincy. Yeah, looks like it is Haaland captaincy for me. I'm not very confident. Could make a last minute switch. But yeah, as of now, it is probably Haaland. Salah or Haaland. If I had to recommend someone, safe option is Salah. Play Neto, Andreas, Da Silva. One of them, I think Da Silva. I would play Da Silva. If Haaland, then why not Jesus? I'm not. I don't think Jesus will. I don't think the fixture is very open to his. I think Haaland has a better fixture. But again, if United are playing from the back, they're still playing from the back. They're not going defensive. I don't know if Casemiro will start or not. Pereira or Da Silva, I think Pereira. I would go Pereira. As Ronaldo once said, it's all in the God's hand now. Yes, it is. Bench or Andreas Neto. Neto first. De Bruyne chances of doing well is always high. You know De Bruyne will tends to do well usually. Bench order: Andreas, Neto, or Neto. If I had to bench, order Neto first. I think Andreas second. Neco Da Silva. I think Da Silva. Bench Rodrigo, Andreas, and Riaz. Very confused between captaining Salah or Haaland or Jesus. I think it's between. If you're confused, go Salah. Go safe. If it's between, if you don't have the confidence of taking the, and at my rank, because I'm around the 100k mark, I don't want to mess it up right now because I'm in a good position and want to just stick and keep getting and taking points. Do I need to take the chance in terms of Haaland captaincy? Is what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to go Haaland captain. Let's see how it turns out to be. I'm not very confident in terms of Salah captaincy. But United, can United do decent against an oddly good Liverpool team? I think United will score, but I'm thinking how much they'll concede is the question. Start Raya or Sanchez. I think Raya could be the better one over here. Over Sanchez, yes. West Ham can score. Pereira or Bailey Pereira. Who do you think will be most captain? I think he's 80% owned. Even if half of his owners captain him, he's the highest captain over there. Any impact on United vs Liverpool game because of fan protests? Yes, there could be. The game could be called off. Obviously, that's the thing, and there's going to be a huge atmosphere thing in the stadium. Because if I captain Jesus, one, I don't really believe in the fixture. Two, I don't believe in the captain. Three, I don't think the ceiling is there. There's absolutely no ceiling. Even if he scores 20 points, I gain two out of it, which is not something I want from my captain. Andreas, Neto, Neko, who to play? If you have the three, Andreas first, Neto second, Neko third. Okay, on that note, we have to choose our captaincy. Let us know in the chat. I usually do this. Okay, so we'll go with what the chat says. Salah or Haaland, keep typing in the chat and we'll go ahead with that. That's probably the easiest thing to do. I'll keep on checking on Perisic news if any. But yeah. I'm trying to figure out Sanchez captain, Haaland, let's go. I will go same. Trying to figure out something if I get here. I think I'll go Salah. Let's not risk it. That's what I think. Switch, cancel, make captain, save your team. Yeah, that's it. If Captain Salah not taking a chance, I think at 100k, I don't want to risk it. I don't see. I know Haaland could outscore Salah. That is what I think. Uh, I don't think Salah holds big. But yeah, I actually, you know what, guys? I'll make captain and save changes. Why is this not getting saved? Yeah, okay, it got saved. I think stick to Salah. Even if it goes wrong, not by huge margin, I get Haaland points. He'll be differential enough. I think he won't be captained a lot, and that is why I will gain points out of him eventually if he scores big. Salah, I think he'll be having an high O, so if he scores a lot, I will not gain anything. If he doesn't, I will not certainly lose anything as well. And that is the logic behind it. 1 minute to go, guys. Yep, that is it. Refresh your pages. Set about 40. This might be 10 seconds behind, so if you're not sure, uh, you might want to just go and captain right away. Yeah, full. If Sith, I agree. Total agree. Okay, my final team is Ramsdale, Trent, Walker, Cancelo, James, Kulusevski, Rodrigo, Martinelli, Salah captain, Haaland, and Jesus. First on bench is Andrea, second Neco Williams. And that is deadline. I think this is timer is behind as we expect it to be. And it is deadline, guys. Don't worry. We've only 38 likes on this stream. Make sure before you drop off, leave a like on this stream as well. It was narrow, but as far as I could think is the only math that was going in my head is that if Haaland is around 60% EO, he will, if he goes big, I will gain points on him irrespectively. Yes, I would captain and gain a lot of points, but at 100k, if I captain him and if he doesn't score big and Salah goes big, I lose a lot of rank, and that is what I didn't want to do. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. I think it is deadline. If you can see this beautiful text that turns out from the Python script. It is one of the most worst scripts I've written. Anyways, at 2.5 million, going for Jesus to gain rank, I can risk. I think Jesus is not if you had to gain rank, probably go someone like a Cancelo, Haaland, James, Kulusevski's son. Jesus is going to be the most captain in my opinion. Yes, probably Kulusevski and Rodrigo are big differentials this week for me. Prediction time. I will post my predictions. I have to do that, and yup, we'll post it on Instagram. Anyways, we had some questions in terms of Chelsea's transfers. I think the only news we have is Aubameyang has agreed personal terms. We're not agreeing to pay 38 odd million for him, which is true. I don't think he's worth that much. And Fofana will happen someday or the other. It's just a matter of time. Fofana is not starting for Leicester today, and he will definitely make a move to Chelsea some week down near probably the deadline day. So the next week could be huge for Chelsea. Anyways, that is it from my side. Make sure you hit the like button, please, guys. Do hit the like button. It really helps us push the content, and really helps us in terms of support. It's really important to us and the channel and overall growth of the page. Also, if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell icon because it will give you a notification every time the OBS stream goes down, as it did today, and just when we go live sometime soon. What midfield do you see for Manchester United? I think if Casemiro doesn't start, same Eriksen starts in McTominay and Fred. I think that could be the. In fact, not. I think McTominay, Eriksen, and Bruno starts in that midfield. If after Casemiro, I think McTominay drops out. It's Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno. I forgot about Zaha, but fiction didn't let me. Yeah, Zaha could be good for this week, but that's the problem. You can't buy him the next. You can't keep him for the next week. Start Rodrigo last week. If I had to start Rodrigo, would Antonio be a good asset if he comes to the Premier League? Yes, he could be. Casino medical not done right. So the medical and everything is planned in the next 48 hours. The only problem is that you can't register the player. There's the medical should happen between a timeline so that they can register him in early enough to start that game. So that might coincide. So the medical might just be few hours late if they could make it early, or if they whatever things they could do in the back end. If they register him early enough, he can play against Liverpool. Casemiro had registered before midday problem, though he won't be. Yeah, he could be. He could. The deal is done, but the medical and registration still has to happen before the match day. Anyways, on that note, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining. How do you do captaincy will be spread across 100k? I think still he's his first, second Salah, and Haaland would be the highest captain. He won't be around 100 EO. That is it from my side. This is FPTF signing off. Cheers.